Okay guys, this is Cruiseroy again. I had a project that I was doing over the winter for a friend. He got a DJI Phantom, and the chargers with the Phantom ones just kind of suck. I guess with all Phantoms they do, so it's nice to have a different type of charger. So over the winter I decided to do a little project. Really inexpensive. This looks like a normal case. It's from Harbor Freight. It's about $12.99 with a 25% coupon, and it kind of just comes in at 11.5 by 7.5, and it's only about 4.5 inches deep. So you're thinking to yourself, what can you fit in this little tiny case? Well, first I'll show you. There's an HP power supply in here, 65 water. It fits just nicely in here. Of course, with any of these power supplies, you either can purchase them. There's a few guys that sell them already made, or you can build them yourself. With the case open, you can see I got the X120 touchscreen from Hobby King, and it's the DC version only. The reason it's DC, Hobby King also, that's why I made this case. You can also use this in the field, right off your car or motorcycle battery. And let me pull the wires out here. Here's the charging adapter for the XT60s for the Phantom. You can get any other adapters you want. Let me slide that. I made it clear so you can see all the things you're putting away, but I just wanted to show you first. The XT120 is a DC charger. You know, you get your balance ports and your output, and now you can just plug it into any car battery you want, or a motorcycle battery. But those can stay in the case for now. This HP power supply was a fanless. You see it on some of the forums. Problem is they do heat up when they're charging. This can charge about 6 cells or 6 batteries at a time, and it needed a fan, so I cut the shield, I drilled out the copper heatsink, and I put this metal fan that came out of another server junk that I had hanging around. Alright, so it's got the adapter in here. We got the extra gator plugs if you want to plug it into a car battery. Also the power supply plug. Like I said, I put this, and it's just a regular, you know, your regular computer cord, but it fits in the case. I cut these Lexan panels. They can be moved out, but it was clear so you can see what was going on. I'm going to tip the case right here up on the lid. There's enough room for the X120 or a couple of batteries, and here's your LiPo checking device that you should keep on board with you at all times to kind of balance and check your batteries. So what we'll do in a minute here is I'll fire it up for you. Just want to pull the battery. I'm sitting behind the case, so it's a little bit hard. First I'll check this battery. I don't know if it's already charged. Don't mind me, I'm working backwards. Alright. So it's saying it's at 55%. It's a 3500 milliamp battery, of course. There's a million videos on how to charge LiPo batteries. All I'm going to do here is show you that now with a DC charger. I soldered on a few very large silicone wire adapters with 4mm bullet connectors. So that's hooked up. And you can actually place this out of the case. I didn't want to make it part of the case so you had room, so if you're going to charge, you know, with a parallel board you can charge a lot of batteries. So, and plus this has a USB port to charge your phone. You don't really want it cramped in a box, so you leave the box open for ventilation. But we'll leave the X120 right there. And let me get the cord straightened out that I pulled out. Like I said, it's just a computer cord. I set it up fairly simple with no switch for on off, and you can just plug it in and the X20 will boot, 120 will boot up, and we got to put the adapter cord that came with it, and it comes with, I guess, the most popular right now for the batteries, which is kind of like the Phantom, the XT60. Oops, I hit a button by accident here. But we'll get the battery on, and I'll just show you that it works through this HP power supply. I'm kind of working in a small space right now, so always hook up your balanced lead. Okay. Alright, so I mean, there's a million videos on the X120. This is just a DC model, so you have to run it off a power supply, or you can use a car battery. This is a LiPo battery. Alright. And how many cells? It's a 3-cell. Hit OK. Mode. It's a charging mode and everything. I want to balance this. And the current you can adjust. And right now it's at 1.5 amps, but like I said, there's a ton of videos on this. It's 3500. Put the decimal right after the 3. It's 3.5 amps. Is a good charging amp. And what I do is try to stay. You can either tap the arrow or slide this. So I'm going to put it at 3.0. Hit OK. Alright, so that's your type, your mode, your voltage, your current, and right now we can just hit start. They give you a stylus, but it pretty much works just with your fingers, you know. So it looks a little cramped, but you can actually just take it out of the box. You can place the charger any way you want. I made the cords long enough, but it was a cool little idea for someone as a gift for the Phantom, and it'll work out well. Works, you know, I tried it a few times already, and it works way better than that standard Phantom charger that you get with these. So, okay, this was a Harbor Freight case, and just a little project I did over the winter. And I know I went over it really fast the other day, but kind of pre-videoed it because it was Easter Day. But this is a portable LiPo charging case, as small as I could possibly get it. And this is Cruise Roy, and I'm out of here.